What it do, fame family? Um, I'm back again, and I'm gonna jump right into this because I'm excited. Booman II, the casino documentary, was released, and I've already seen it a few times, but I decided let me make a video since my last video was well received, and just want to say thank you to all of the subscribers and everybody who watched the video, liked, and reposted it. It's been definitely getting some traction. So thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, without further ado, I think we should dive into this documentary. This rollout of being more than just family footage and self-exposure, it's definitely a continuation, but I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised if you haven't watched it on how Las Vegas comes into play. This episode definitely feels less of a rollout clip and more like a memory vault that was opening in slow motion. Now, I feel like that first video, it just popped that vault open and there's different layers. Episode 1 showed us the foundation, and I think episode 2 will show us the environment. And as we know about environments, they don't just shape people, they pressure test them. This episode opens with Aunt Connie introducing herself, casually mentioning it's her 21st birthday and that she's about to head out to the bar.
Okay, Booman, say how old are you? You too? Speak up.
We see split screen footage of a baby Hakeem confidently telling his aunt that he's 2 years old and stating his birth date. Aunt Connie responding with warmth.
We about to take pictures too because the camcorder says it all and also picture says it all.
When we leave, delete some of the lights because I got a light here.
All right, come on, let's go.
Then the emotional punch lands. Young Booman starts crying when Aunt Connie prepares to leave for the night. And not regular crying. This is attachment crying. For those of you who have children that have been attached to you, you get the same response. Now, this moment quietly establishes something very important. And Connie wasn't just family, she was stability, and the documentary makes us sure we feel that before it tells us why. The visuals transition into split screen imagery of Las Vegas as Connie narrates the family's relocation.
The family moves to Vegas once my grandmother passed away. Janet's just like, know what? I hear Vegas is cheap to live. Let's go ahead and move to Las Vegas. Vegas was 10 times better than California, I could tell you that.
And to me, Vegas wasn't framed as luxury. It was more framed as survival. Financially, it made sense. Environmentally, it felt safer than California at the time. But what we quickly learn is that safety and reality aren't always the same thing.
Because we moved over here when he was like 2.
Yeah.
His mother, Janet, stayed over in the next apartment complex. But he was always with us.
Connie explains that even though Hakeem's mother lived nearby, he was constantly being raised collectively by family members. And this is where we meet Aunt Bay.
Over here. That little girl used to stay around. She used to knock on the door.
Who adds a small but telling detail about young Hakeem already.
I'm like, oh, I got an auntie right here and an auntie over there. So I used to be like 4 years old going all the way around the big wheel. I take the big wheel and then go eat their food. So I was just that kid that just like always just like.
It's playful on the surface. Present day Keem appears on screen, reflecting on childhood memories, and the tone shifts again. He describes going to a neighbor's house filled with kids, only for tragedy to strike later, when the father reportedly committed violence against his own family.
I go over there, I'm like, bro, there's boards on the window. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, the dude did some foul shit, got home, like, killed 3 of the siblings. Shit like that would happen. It was like...
The documentary doesn't linger visually, but emotionally, it lingers heavily. This is where episode 2 begins drawing a direct line between chaos and creativity. Now, one thing I do know is that early exposure to instability often shows up later as emotional debt in music or in poetry, in art in general. And then if I'm thinking more in depth in Hakeem's style, this helps explain the tonal switches we constantly hear in Keem'S sound. We then cut to a man.
My name is. I grew up in Las Vegas. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Hakeem, that's my
A man that has a blurred face. He says he's a childhood friend of baby Keem's. Explains how he arrived in Vegas after relocating from New Orleans following Hurricane Katrina. Describing Vegas as a city that looks glamorous but operates very differently at ground level. We then hear Keem say,
I just seen like weird, grimy shit. Like I seen prostitution and pimping.
It's everything. Homeless people, prostitutes, the gang banging is at an all-time high. The murders, the robbings, the killings. It's the city of sin for sure.
Visuals show prostitution, homelessness, and street footage, while a soul sample builds tension.
Streets filled with diseases and pleasing and teachers.
Then comes one of the most important lines of the episode. Streets filled with disease in place of the teachers. This is where the documentary transitions from storytelling into artistic translation. We see Keem in the studio, turning lived chaos into controlled chaos. He even instructs the engineer, turn down the bass and keep it chaotic.
Like, keep it like chaotic.
That line alone explains his entire production philosophy. And as the track plays, Keem experiments with timing and melody, leading into offbeat delivery and layered emotion. This reinforces a recurring theme. His music isn't trying to sound perfect, it's trying to sound honest.
I tell Diana my secrets, that's really my twin, like I look in the mirror. You just have day right, but it's an incredible feeling to face all your fears. Push always get fucked up every night. Push me out 5 in the morning get fucked up. All night, every day, we look on the ground.
Now, some takeaways up to now is that the offbeat delivery mirrors unstable childhood environments. Chaos becomes almost aesthetic.
Man, this bitch, I don't know what the fuck she talking about.
She be out here,
I'm not never fucked up. The life in Vegas. Azaria's birthday. I take the part of the store. Cameras on me now.
I do not fuck her shit up. She real drunk, y'all.
Nancy, I'm fucked up. I'm not fucked up. Look. How you doing? Ooh, la la, papi.
See what I mean? It's how a female man put it down. Have a nigga coming out their party.
Right there, this study come with him. I'm like,
The documentary then pivots into one of the most sensitive segments. Connie explains that Hakeem's mother, Janice, struggled emotionally during pregnancy due to complication with Keem's father. The film carefully avoids blame and instead emphasizes circumstances.
I fear the way.
When we started feeling like we have to take care of Hakeem was when he was about like 2 years old. It's not that Janice did not want to have a kid. It was more so that during the time when she was pregnant, she was having complication with her Hakeem's dad. So then she would like go in and out of like crying, and then it was her first kid. You know, so it's not that she didn't want to have him. It was just complicated.
Just look the first half. No.
I run away on Mother's Day. So cold and I don't feel love.
My love is straight. I feel this way. I feel away. Someone away. Some Mother's Day. No love away. So far away. Somewhere away.
So cool.
We then see haunting footage. Janice lying face down on a bed while Connie tries to check on her.
How about you, Officer Help Lady?
Lady? I don't see a lady. Shut up.
This moment reframes everything we've heard so far.
Janet,
This wasn't neglect.
you want to go for a walk?
This was complexity.
Look at me. Janet, what's wrong?
Keem's cousin Arum appears and delivers what feels like prophecy. He explains that even as a kid, Hakeem had drive. He had hunger and emotional awareness beyond his age.
So I ain't really come out to Vegas like that, but each and every time I did, Hakeem came through to see me, and he was always looking up to me, and he was always thriving to be something. And I seen that in him, you know what I'm saying, early. You know what I'm saying? I heard that pain and what he been through with his moms, with his family. You know what I'm saying? Being a kid, you know what I'm saying? Being an older brother, I felt all that. When I was talking to Dre in the van, like I said, man, Hakeem gonna blow. I seen it in him. You feel me?
And then he says something very powerful.
Yeah, hip hop saved lives.
And within the context of everything shown, that line doesn't sound poetic. It sounds literal. We then see footage of young Hakeem dancing in a car while Ludacris's Move Bitch plays. Then the credits roll. But the documentary isn't done. The music stops abruptly. Young Hakeem looks confused, then smirks at the camera. A voice jokingly references a Grammy moment. To me, it sounds like Ludacris.
The Grammy goes to Family Ties, Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar.
That foreshadowing at the end was one of the most powerful nonverbal statements that could have been made. Now let's analyze this a little bit. What did we learn from this episode? And for me, it shows how Las Vegas didn't just influence Keem, it tested him. For every dark environment, there was a guiding figure. From Aunt Connie to Cousin Arum, community fragments that kept him grounded. The documentary suggests something subtle but powerful. Chaos didn't break him, it trained him. Now, with episode 2 concluding, that's not to say that this rollout is concluding, because it's going to continue. And we already know that Baby Keem is hosting a listening event on February 19th at 8 p.m. And it's going to be streaming on YouTube. If you didn't know, now you know. And I'm excited. I'm going to be tuning in. Definitely keep an eye on his channel for updates. I'm personally excited for the album that's dropping on Friday. This rollout has definitely been, in my opinion, cinematic, intentional, and it's been layered, like crazy layers. I got to kind of get to know a different part of Baby Keem that I didn't before, and there was a lot of missing information there for me. Now, I've been getting asked in Discords and in comments, what's up with the whiteboard?
White men can't jump.
Well, I want to say this is a strategic collision. Rollout stepping on other rollouts. But we're already seeing conversations involving J. Cole, especially with how the timing and attention cycle is shifting towards Baby Keem right now. But it's going to take momentum away from J. Cole's upcoming week sales. And that isn't really a diss on J. Cole. It just so happens that he's part of the casualties of this rollout. Now, I definitely made it a point to put Young Thug's name up there because there have been past moments in interviews and social media discourse where Thug criticizes newer rap styles, leaning into unconventional vocal approaches. Many fans connected those comments to artists like Baby Keem due to his experimental delivery. It adds narrative tension heading into this rollout. If we remember from those leaked phone calls, Young Thug on one occasion did mention that Kendrick only worked with Baby Keem and that he was unwilling to work with higher status artists, which that alone for me is a direct diss to Baby Keem. What numbers Young Thug's last album did, and I can safely predict that Baby Keem's pre-sales have already surpassed that number. But we'll see. Now there's another name that's not crossed out there, which is
Gay!
but I believe Booman's going to be stepping on that timeline. Now, I personally believe that these modern rollouts, especially the ones PG Lang and TDE have been constructing, are far less about release dates and more about attention warfare. They've done an amazing job of bringing attention to an upcoming project. They're taking this all eyes on me approach, and the documentary storytelling, I believe, will soon become a rollout weapon. But these are my thoughts. I want to know what your thoughts are. Drop them in the comments below. Are you excited about the album? Have you pre-ordered it yet? Are you pulling up to the listening event? Again, these have been my thoughts. It was fun hanging out with you. Until next time, much love. Peace.